Okay, well, I'm going to try this. I've got it on the tripod. I'm going to just stand up here and see how this works. Oh yeah, it'll work. Okay, I'm going to show you some opportunities to excel, as we used to say. In this fitment of the tender, I know this is a simple engine, right? We only have three basic electronic components. We have the power distribution board, we have a motor control board, and in this case, these three cases, we have a buck boost volt regulator for the smart smoke, that board, while in the 300 we do not have smoke. So then, okay, then the challenge is we have the plastic tender, typical flyer from the 300, 280, and 290 series engines from the early 50s. Plastic tenders are pretty prevalent, and what happens is there's a unlimited space in here. If you look inside, if you can see inside, let me see if I can make that a little better. Maybe, there you go. You see how there's a bottom, and then there's a surface where the chassis bolts to, and that gives you that amount of room. You have that amount of room up to the hitting of the roof, okay? So if I put my hand there and I make a mark, I can see I have that much space. Double check. A little below that. A little below that. Something like that. Oh, back here, yeah. Okay, yeah, good enough. It's a little less than that. You can't go over this mark, okay? So I bring this up here and I start looking right away, and I'm seeing right here, this combination of a thick and thin rectifier is too tall. The other problem is, I think this is an earlier version of this spacer. It might be thicker, maybe not, I don't know, I'll check it. But in any case, it's way over. I have this much, as thick as this part is, I need it out of here. So what I'm going to have to do is going to have to pull that, take this apart and take that part out. It's too thick, okay? That's the end of that. It's too thick. And I'm going to have to find, and I have them all around here, I'm going to have to find one of these thinner pieces and slide that in there. So that would lower us by a whole lot. That would lower us by enough that this could fit in, I think. Oh, these blue pieces are too tall as well. So that means the length of this piece here is too tall. I'm going to have to bring it down. I'm going to have to bring it down. Let's go and see what the other boys have to say about it. Oh boy. Yeah, see, this one clears. This piece does not clear. This piece is too tall. This piece is fine. And see, I got the two thin ones. I did it right. But as I get over here, I'm running into trouble. Just right across there, it's too tall. Now on this one, it's just barely too tall, but see how far this one is bent down. It's an earlier version of it, I think. It's probably not as tall as this one. However, the heat sink is going to get in the way, and this board is too tall. So if you can see the differences, you see this little bump sticking up here. This is a shorter unit. This one clears. This one clears. Also, we have the higher mark here because this is where the coal is located, so that you have more room than you do here. If I go here, I'm at the top of that, so you can see I'm gaining about 3 millimeters as I come over here. So Instead of this mark, I would be looking at something almost at the top of the black. And if I say I'm at the top of the black is right where this is. I know this clears because I test fitted it. I didn't count on this baby being so fat. So I've got to change that part out. I've got to print 2 more of these and replace these guys so they have the shorter piece. Everybody, and I have to take this heat sink off, which I think I'm okay now because I found where the heat was coming from. I have to make sure this board is adjusted to that 8 volts DC. That's all I need. I might even be able to go lower, but I'll test it before I make that decision. But 8 volts, everything runs cooler, and I can adjust the output to, I forget, at the highest speed smoke was like, I think, just under 6 volts, or at 6 volts is all I needed out of here. So if I have 8, I give it 6, that's 2 volts overhead for this board to manage that 5 volts, and it works. This guy does not get hot. These guys don't get hot. These things, it's like a balancing act where you get, if you push in 10 volts and you're only using 5, you got to waste 3 volts. And that does that by turning it to heat. He gets hot, they get hot, he gets hot. Wait a minute. My little diode was hot. Diode was probably fine. I was pumping almost 9.5 volts into this guy, and he only needed 5. Okay, so, and when this was, regulator kicked in and said, all right, I want all the volts you got. Give me everything you got. And he gives him like 9 volts. He starts going, whoa, 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 I'm hot. I can't handle it. So there's a balancing act here. We got to make sure we follow that track. So I kind of worked ahead of myself in some aspects, but it's okay. It's all part of the tuning and learning process, and I will make sure these get adjusted because I have to build them and put them on the track for everybody to see, and if I can't do that, what the hell's the sense? So, okay, this is the 290. It's 330. I really wanted to get the 290 going, and it looks like if I took this board and put it on this chassis, this 290 could be ready to go. And that's a simple change. That's 1 screw. Boom. 1 screw, and take these wires off and put them on. And I think that might be worth doing. Actually, I just take this board, leave this board here. All I need is the adapter. I'm printing one right now, but it's only half done. I've got it on 125 millimeters per second, which is as fast as I dare print. And I've added some supports. I've cut down the infill to the bare bone because this is not a strength part, okay? We don't need 100% infill like on my gear thing. Oh, and I had another idea upstairs. I'm having a problem with my front wheels not behaving. So now I'm thinking, you know what? I need to make a single piece of this thin as the dime they say you should have in this spacer. Actually, I should just widen it and make it 2 pieces just like this. So it slides down between these 2 wheels and allows you to square them and keep them from being wobble and maintaining that distance that you need. So I'm going to make one of these today. I'm going to loosen my wheels, just pull them out a littlest bit, slide it in, and then press them back in. And that should make the gear would be in the center and the wheels will be square. Because this engine in particular, it had the wiggle wobbles, man. It was just going like crazy at full speed. And the reason was and I lifted up and it would stop. So it was the front wheels that were all goofy. And of course you start prying and looking and doing, and it's like you just get yourself back and forth and you can't really regulate it and see it the way you need to. So I think I'm going to come up with another assembly tool for you guys, and that'll be 2, 1 for each of them. See, now these have like 0 clearance, and I'm thinking a dime is not very thick, so I'm going to have to make sure I do this right. I'll see. I guess I don't know if I have a dime, but I'll figure something out. We'll figure out what it is. I'm going to make another one, make sure my wheels are square. And I have to make sure these wheels are square, and this gear is square on this. This is the, oh no, what is this? Oh yeah, this is the This is the 290, and he is square. He's nice. He's really in good shape. This is a good one. This is a good runner too. Oh, I gotta find that piston in that rod. Damn it. All right, I got a lot of work to do. Get going here. I just wanted to show you where I'm at on stuffing the tenders and why it's taken a couple of days. Because you make these parts and you think you got it, you assemble it, they look great, they fit right, the wiring's working out. You go to put the and then two of these are single pin, 2-wire engines, and look what they have in there. They have a receptacle of some kind. Can you see it? They have a goofy thing that sticks out. Well, I can't have that. It gets in the way. So I got to find a nice way of drilling those out and getting them out of here. And this has, it has tail lights up here. These rear warning lights. Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be on that one. Okay. Anyway, I'll get these out of there. And that's why this one, I use this one for my test because it doesn't have anything. And you can see a little work has been done there where I was grinding it out on another unit. I had threatened to just cut the coal all out and just lift it up higher and mount it and put screen in and then fill it with fake coal. So I don't know the answer. I was thinking about cutting it all the way across, raising it, curving it, and putting the coal up. So it'd be a quasi Vanderbilt, but I'm not sure. I think I really need to lengthen it, here and here. Somehow just get me a little more space. Okay, gotta go. I'm gonna fix this up. Talk to you later. Bye.